but he was saved by the bell. I was irritated. But in the next game, Tug of War, I saw it. For the first time in my life, my enemy was on the other team. I purposely sold my team just to give him a sense of hope to his ego, then ripped it all in front of him by completing the rest with no delay, turning his hope into despair. Then I watched them all fall. Jolly good show. In the next game, Glass Steps, we all carefully got across with a few casualties. Then it was time to vote. One more game, no more, no less. I got a teammate named Katrina, and then we moved to mingle. The first 3 rounds, done and easy. But the 4th round was when it got serious. Rooms of 3. Me and Katrina stuck together, but nobody came. I had to abandon her and join the Flower Sisters. When Katrina came, it was already too late. She looked at me through the door, banging, begging me to let her in. But I know if I tried, one of the Flower Sisters would sabotage. She was finished, right in front of my eyes. Final round, rooms of 2. I pushed one of the Flower Sisters into a room and went into the other. But she left because she couldn't stay without her sister. Sorry, but not in my games. After some juking, we all were in one room. Chaos everywhere. But in the end, I got one of them and oofed her in front of her own sister. She was traumatized, stared at me with nothing but malice. But no matter how much anger was behind those eyes, she wouldn't get her sister back. And she wouldn't win these games. Today, she'd have to learn that only the selfish can win, and every and any bond you have mean nothing here. The fight started. Despite her rageful punches, my experience in the games prevailed. I asked her if she had any last words, and she said no. She was broken. Too broken to be fixed. It was like she wanted to go. I took everything from her after all. I apologized, 'cause I felt what she felt a long time ago. It was another day of the Squid Game. It was another day in the Squid Games. I was minding my own business till I was tripped over by sand. That's when I met a bacon hair named Bob. I was about to get revenge, but then I watched him closely. He went back to sabotage some crippled people, but then played it off by helping someone right after, only to throw sand in that same guy's face. For a level 1, this kid's got potential. It's like sabotaging was in his blood. I couldn't get rid of him yet. But then I spotted him in the distance saying, "Welcome to the Thanos world. Do the mingle dance." This Thanos celebrity was ruining his chances of making it big. I had to get rid of him. So while Thanos was all alone and Bob had his back turned, I pushed Thanos to his demise. I couldn't let Bob have any attachments holding him. It was another day of the Squid Games. I decided to turn...
You like my drip? You like my drip?
It was another day in the Squid Games. I joined the Don't Click Nation. When I was...
You guys down to be in a music video?
It was another day in the... I wanted to finally end the Squid Games and become a hero. So I used my strength to turn players into winners. The doll messed up my timing. I continued to save players almost successfully. But then, I saw it. The timer at 40 seconds, with players left behind. It was my time to shine. I went up close and tried to push them heroically, but I failed. I was sprayed by bullets while I struggled to make it across. The players surrounded my body in disbelief. But by sheer motivation for helping others, I miraculously survived. I got a triangle for my heroic efforts, and after returning to the lobby, I decided not to fight anyone. Tonight is the night for peace. Or so I thought. I was targeted. Glass shards knocked me over from every direction. I tried to run and defend, but in the end, I was tucked into bed. When I thought it was finally over, I was shanked from behind. But it's a good thing Robux keeps you immortal. In Tug of War, I had a job application on my team, scaring the other team to death and handing us our victory. In Glass Steps, however, the job application fell to his demise. I grieved. When more of my allies fell, I didn't understand. Every time I tried to be good, I only ended up losing even more. Why? The games continued, destroying my purpose to save us all, and the mingle games started. I saw fear, the very thing I was trying to prevent. Rooms of 3. I got in last, and someone controlled my hands to push others out. I couldn't look, but my ears heard it all, the gunshots and screams from the people I just sabotaged. In Rooms of 2, me and the player, Glacy, made it. He was cheerful, optimistic. He thought we'd win the games together, but he didn't know what was coming. I couldn't tell him the truth. I couldn't break him. He ran to the last to save us all, and the mingle games finally arrived. I saw what had to happen. The very thing I was trying to prevent. Rooms of 3. I got in last, destroying me, controlled my hands to push others out. I couldn't look, but my ears heard it all. The gunshots and screams from the people I just sabotaged. In Rooms of 2, me and the player, Glacy, it was a terrible day. He was cheerful, optimistic. We traded blows while he thought we'd win the games together, but he didn't know what was coming. but I
couldn't
managed
tell
to
him the
land
truth.
more hits on
Couldn't
him.
break him.
Before I
He
finished
ran
my
to the
last
last to
leg
save
of
us all.
joyfully.
In the Mingle game,
What
what had to happen?
The
The very thing I was
Despite
trying
being
to
away
prevent.
from the afterlife,
Rooms in the end.
he still
I
gave
got
me
to
the
help
help
destroying
that I
them
never
controlled my
be able to
hands to
save
push
him.
others out.
I
I
knew.
couldn't look.
I was
My
never
ears
fit
heard
to
it
be a
all.
good guy.
The gunshots and
I'm
screams
bad.
from the people I just
That's good.
sabotaged.
I
In
will
rooms
never
of
be
two,
good.
me and the player,
That's not
Glaze
bad.
a terrible day. He was
for
cheering.
Rain. There's no one
Optimistic
I'd rather
blows.
be
We
while
thought
our
we'd win the
blood washed
games
away.
together, but he didn't
Lazy
know
boy,
what
I
was
wanted to
coming.
finally end
But I
this
couldn't tell him the
land
truth.
becoming hits on
Couldn't
him.
break him.
So I
Before
used
I
my
ran
strength
to the last
to
to save us all.
The squid
And the
man
Mingle
on
game.
his After giving the truthful
What had to
answer,
happen? The very thing I was trying to prevent. Rooms in the end.
Still
I got to help destroying me controlled my hands to push others out.
But when I looked
couldn't
behind,
look.
there he was.
But my ears heard it all.
Good guy.
The gunshots and
Saying I'm
screams
bad,
from the people I just
That's good.
sabotaged.
I tried.
In rooms of two, me and the player, Glaze a terrible day. He was cheering.
After
After optimistic blows, we thought we'd win the games together. But he didn't know what was coming.
Finally end
But I couldn't tell him the truth. Couldn't break him.
So I used my
ran to the last to save us all. And the Mingle game.
many enemies, so
After
after
giving the truth,
truthful
what had to
answer,
happen? The very thing I was trying to prevent. Rooms in the end. I got to help destroying me controlled my hands to push others out.
But when I looked
couldn't look.
there he was.
But my ears heard it all. The gunshots and screams from the people I just
That's good.
sabotaged.
Spotted one of them crippled. Now's my chance. I tripped the person helping him and picked him up, but he'd rather be oofed than fall victim to me. After being helped and playing victim, I decided to put on a show as the good guy, and it worked. But one of my ops, Rengoku, still wanted me gone, so I gave him a warning. But my good little act won the hearts of many. In the next game, Dalgona, I finished with ease. But then I saw my op Rengoku's cookie. He got the Mona Lisa. Frontman, you dirty dog, you always know how to help me out. I watched as his body fell to the ground. Everyone surrounded him. I was gratified. Because all my ops were oofed, I had no other choice than to lure some victims my way. Lights went out, and I went in the bathroom to have a nice feast. They all tried running away, but I was tired of playing with my food and got straight to shanking. But when the fun lasted, a blue-haired boy came up to me and stared at me with malice in his eyes. I asked him